Hi everyone, I'm Noah and this is The Perceptions of Injustice. In today's episode, we're going to be discussing the case of Dan Markel. More specifically, we're going to be talking about Charlie Adelson and his role in the murder of Dan Markel. Charlie Adelson, once a successful periodontist, now an inmate in Leon County Jail, charged with solicitation to commit murder, with murder in the first degree, and with conspiracy to commit murder. The FBI conducted a special operation, a secret operation called The Bump, where they caught Charlie Adelson on tape saying statements that indicted him and make him the guy that hired a hitman to unalive his brother-in-law, the Professor Dan Markel, Wendy Adelson's ex-husband. So the question that we're asking in this video is, what led Charlie Adelson from being a successful periodontist to a criminal inmate? To answer this question, we have to talk about his mother, Donna Adelson. Because without Donna, we wouldn't be here. Because let's face it, Charlie wasn't the one that gained anything from unaliving his brother-in-law. He could care less. The situation between his sister Wendy and her ex-husband doesn't affect Charlie in any way, shape or form, except for one little thing that may seem silly for you or for me, but for Charlie, this is what he thrived for all of his life. To be his mommy's hero. To get the attention from his mother that he couldn't get all of his life. So before deep diving in Charlie, let's talk a little bit about Donna Adelson. Donna Adelson is a narcissist who lives off her position and status in the society. Had Robert, a very successful doctor. She had Wendy, a very successful lawyer. Charlie was not up to Donna's standards. In fact, Donna and Harvey had to push Charlie through college so he could graduate. According to multiple sources, allegedly, Donna and Harvey had to put their hands into play so Charlie could graduate as a dentist. If it wasn't for Donna and Harvey intervention, he wouldn't be a dentist. His grades wouldn't let him graduate. Let's put it this way. Donna and Charlie, both of them, they knew that Charlie was never up to Donna's standards, that Charlie needed Donna and her in his life so he can be on the same level her in society. In return, he gave her a foot in the gangster world, a title he always strived for. Because remember something, a narcissist's relationship with anybody, including their children, is never pure. It's always transactional, even with their kids. Forget about unconditional love, mother's love, forget about all this. When it comes to a narcissist, it's all transactional. So this is what Charlie gave Donna in return. She used him as a tool for her dirty business. In dysfunctional families, usually, children play multiple roles. Wendy was the golden child. And what proves that Wendy was the golden child is that Donna just couldn't bear the fact that Wendy was not controlled by her anymore. Robert, the first child, which was maybe in the first golden child, but then he took a different path that didn't align with Donna and Harvey's lifestyle and life. He chose to get married to a non-Jewish woman, and this for Donna and Harvey didn't sit well with them. At the end, I think they had to accept it, but then he was the one that proved that he is the smart guy in the family, because being smart is not just being successful. I'm saying he is smart because of the choices that he made in life. He chose to stand with the justice. He chose to stand with the truth. So when all of this happened, he chose to back off and just cut himself from the family. And then we have Charlie, which is kind of neglected, not looked to in the same way that they would look to the other two kids, just because this kid doesn't satisfy the parents' ego enough. Because remember, we're not talking about a normal parent, we're talking about a narcissistic parent. So really, the neglected child did not get the attention that any child, any human being should get when growing up, that the golden child, their sibling, is getting. So they could play the role of the mascot of the family, the funny guy of the family, the guy that learns very early on that laughter is the way to get the attention from his parents or in the family, who's always trying to lighten up the mood of the family by laughter. They could be that, or they could turn into also the troublemaker, which is the guy that always seeks attention by making trouble, and the lost child. Without getting too much deep into each one of them, let's say that all of these roles that are being played by children that are neglected, whether it's mascot, whether it's a lost child, whether it's the troublemaker, they all have one thing in common, which is seeking the attention that they never got, the emptiness that they have from the neglect, from not giving attention to them and giving it to the other siblings, which is the golden child or whatever. In our case, Charlie, he always wanted to be the hero of the family, the hero in Donna's eyes. And he found the greatest opportunity when all of this happened. Because Donna didn't want anything in life more than that, getting rid of Dan Markel. Dan Markel was a stone in Donna's throat that she had to get it out so she could continue her life. And the only person that would do this dirty work for her would be Charlie Adelson, her son. Although it must be really hard for Charlie to work on a project that would really just get Wendy back to Donna, because he wanted to be in Wendy's place when Wendy went away. He wanted to be the golden child in Donna's eyes, but that's not what Donna wanted. Donna wanted Wendy back. So imagine this. This is the only way I could explain it to myself. Imagine a mistress that loves a man so much that she would help him get back to his wife, even though the only thing that she really wants is to be the only one in this man's heart and life, to be the number one woman. But she knows that this is impossible. So she has no other way around but to help him get back to his wife. She knows that this is the only way to stay in his life. So she has to do it, even though it's very hard for her. But she will bite on her finger and say, okay, I'll do it just because I want to be in his life. I want to be with him. I love him, you know. And that's exactly what Charlie did. Charlie wanted to be instead of Wendy in Donna's heart. But he knows that this is impossible. The only way that he could get close to that is by helping Donna get Wendy back. And I'm going to prove that for you in very small instances when they're talking on the phone. We're going to listen to that now. All of that brings me to my point that Charlie played the role of a flying monkey to Donna. Flying monkeys is a word very popular in the narcissism world. So this term is rooted from the movie The Wizard of Oz, where the witch, which is the narcissist in this case, used her monkey crew to do her dirty work instead of her doing the dirty work. And it's really fascinating to see how this phenomenon is exactly the same thing that's happening between Donna and Charlie, just out of a textbook. I mean, this relationship between Donna and Charlie in particular should be given as an example for people that are studying psychology, because it cannot be more identical than that. Let's listen to this record so we can understand more.
Oh, good.
So I'll be able to find out the full scoop.
I wonder why, unless they have other plans to go out for her birthday. But I can't imagine him missing her birthday. It just doesn't sound kosher to me.
I don't know. I mean, I'll find out everything.
Yeah.
I mean, Bree lives with Dave, and
I know.
Like, talk some sense into the girl, and let's just see what happens. But
Yeah.
I'll find out. I'll find out everything. The only thing is that there also reaches a point where
So to give a little bit of context, Dave, that's Charlie talking about, is at the time Wendy's boyfriend. At the same time, Charlie is dating or seeing Bree, which is the babysitter for Dave. So he had a foot in Dave's life and Wendy's life without Wendy knowing it. So he would take all the information from Bree, which is also, by the way, the mother of his child, and come and deliver the information to Donna. So Donna also was benefiting from Charlie being with Bree, because that's how she would get information about Wendy.
I'll find out everything. The only thing is that there also reaches a point where I actually have to worry about, focus on my own life.
Yes, you do.
Crazy thoughts sometimes, but I've done
Not a bad thought. I know.
I've done above and beyond.
Yes, you have.
I will continue to help out any way possible. But
Yeah.
well, like in life, I think sometimes, I mean, not that you shouldn't guide people, and not that you shouldn't offer your advice or whatever, but it's a fine line, because it comes a point where you create the opposite of what you want to have happen.
Yeah, well, that's why even with Bree you have to be careful now.
Because then, but I'm saying, but what happens sometimes is you can create the opposite response than what you want to have happen, simply because.
It's very interesting what she said here. He gave her a negative response. He was telling her, okay, I'll find out everything, and then paused and gave her a lecture, or started to give her a lecture about independence, about how someone shouldn't interfere in someone else's life that much because it can turn against them. He was giving her all of that. For Donna, this is negative, because she doesn't want to hear that. She doesn't care about independence. She doesn't care about anything he's saying about living his own life and having his own life. She doesn't care about that. She just wants what she wants. She has a goal, and she has to get to that goal. Once she said, actually, to Wendy in one of her emails,
Americans were dropped behind enemy lines during World War II, wearing Nazi uniforms to get what they wanted. They had a job to get done, and they did what they needed to do to accomplish it. You have a job to get done in a very short time frame to accomplish it.
So this gives you a little bit of an understanding about how her mind, Donna's mind, operates. She doesn't care about the road, anyone on the road, as long as she's getting there. She's getting what she wants. So now you're coming and telling me about independence and not interfering in someone else's life. What are you talking about? What does she do? The moment he was assertive with her in some way that he has to look for his own life, he was being a little bit of passive aggressive over here by saying to her that, I have my own life too. She told him, you have to think about Bree, your relationship with Bree as well. in this sense.
Yeah, well, that's why then with Bree you have to be careful now.
She immediately criticized his relationship with Bree. So when he is delivering information for her from Bree, she doesn't mind it. She wouldn't say anything about his relationship with Bree. But the moment that he is not complying with her 100%, she will shoot him. Donna doesn't even mind if Charlie sleeps with monkeys or dates monkeys, as long as he's getting her what she wanted, you know?
Done above and beyond. Yes. Yes, you have.
He went above and beyond. Yeah, we know that. Donna was very like, yeah, I know that you want. She was, it's like, is saying it with a tone of, yeah, and I'm very grateful for that.
Doesn't want to feel like they were forced into it because this is what they wanted, so I guess I should go do this. And like, next thing you know, you're getting I'm doing the opposite more for the reason of I'm not letting that. Nobody likes to feel controlled. Some people really don't like it.
Right.
So what you got to be careful because you can end up, you know, you want the horse to think, hey, I'm thirsty. I'm going to go get some water on my own.
Right.
You don't want to end up with a situation where you're dragging the horse by the ears over to the water trough, and it's an independent horse, and the horse is like, you know, you can't make me do this, and they're just resisting because they feel like they're being told what to do and forced what to do. And even if it's the right thing to do, nobody likes to be told what to do and forced to do something. If they start feeling like they're forced, they're going to start like rebelling and being like, you know what, like, mind your own damn business. Don't tell me what to do. Even if you're telling them the 110% thing to do, right? It's like, you know what, I'm an adult. Mind your own business. Let me worry about me. Stop.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and instead of it being like, you know, you just kind of like a little bit of guiding, and then you just back off and let them do their own damn thing. Let them go fuck their life. You know what I'm saying? So then what she said opened up the door for me to say whatever I wanted to.
Right.
But had she not opened up that box and I just dove right in, she would be like, well, you quit telling me what to do with my life. She's the one who brought it to me. Then I, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a very delicate thing, but I could definitely find out, you know, what's going on. And then I since Wendy's already talked to me about this stuff, I mean, I could talk to her more about.
So he's saying something very interesting here. Hadn't she opened the box for me? He's talking about 20. Hadn't she opened the box for me, I wouldn't. What box? What I understand in my own humble understanding and mind and brain is that Wendy came to him with this problem and indirectly let him interfere in that and do the job for her. That's what I understand. I may be wrong because, you know, Charlie talks like that. So my question is, does this sentence mean to you as it means to me? Because it means to me that Wendy indirectly or directly encouraged him to hire a hitman. What proves that even more is that Wendy always said that Charlie joked about hiring a hitman. Never once she said, but I was very upset with it, or I was upset with this joke and I was like, stop it with this joke or whatever. She never said that. Him saying about her opening the box for him and then her saying that he did this joke multiple times without her interfering or without her saying no or stop or whatever. This is what I understand. That Wendy indirectly or directly encouraged him to hire a hitman.
I mean, things are obviously fine because
things are good and they're progressing, and I don't think there's any reason to like.
No, I would talk about.
But I'll get the gist of it. I know Dave's still crazy about her, so
yeah. So that's all good.
You know, I'll just make sure. More importantly, I'll just make sure Bree's giving Dave the right advice.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so
keep her on track.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Keep her on track. Bree, keep Bree on track. So now, Donna is using Charlie as her flying monkey, and Charlie is using Bree as his flying monkey, and Donna is giving directions to Charlie to keep Bree on track. So it's really mind-blowing that when you think about it, that someone's relationship is so important to these two people that they are organizing all of that. So he'll make sure that Bree gives Dave the good advice. They're manipulating even Dave, her boyfriend. Obviously, Donna is very fascinated by Dave. I've been told that Dave is someone that's very wealthy and well-known and, you know, up to Donna's standards, what she likes. And, of course, she's gonna hold him with her teeth to stay with Wendy, or that's what she's trying to do now, at least.
You know what we'll do, maybe? Because Bree brought this idea up a while ago. Maybe I'll take like a cruise with the four of us, and we'll go away for like a weekend or something. Like one of those, like leave on Friday, come back Monday morning.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And do something like that, which would be perfect.
Yeah.
That's right. You just worked out.
Okay. So this
nice.
is...
I like the pictures that you sent.
So this is a new... so this record is already finished, and now we're starting with a new record, and the new record... Charlie is talking with his dad on the phone, and then his dad told him, wait, your mom wants to talk to you. The moment he picks up the phone, she starts talking about herself, of course, because she doesn't really give any, you know, about her son. So now he's saying, I like the picture that you sent of me and Lincoln.
Me and Lincoln.
Oh, thank you. Isn't that cute? I thought that was so adorable. So, fill me in. Tell me about your conversation, if any, last night.
Tell me the tea.
Oh, just
everything okay? Everything good?
Just more about hearing how Dave is disappointed.
Oh, about her not spending her birthday with him?
I didn't even get to that. Just yeah. So I mean, I guess just Wendy's not. I just need to talk to Wendy.
Yeah, I think you do.
Yeah, I didn't want to make it too much of like that, because then I didn't want Bree to feel like she was getting like temporary on that. But you know, I just need to hang out with Wendy, talk to her a little bit. I mean, me and Bree were talking about it. Yeah, I mean, as soon as Dave's dating somebody else, like no, Wendy will not be over there. The voice will not be over there. She will be in for what's called a rude awakening. And you know what, Mom? Let me tell you something. Like, it's not like, you know, you met somebody and she met him for 2 months, and then she knows how great he was, and then she lost him. Dude's been hanging around for 2 fucking years. Yeah. Like, he's been hanging around too long for a girl who keeps blowing him off. Like, and what she doesn't realize is that because he's making himself so easy for her, she's taking him for granted. Yes. You know what? It's like anything that people get so easy, they take for granted. It's like you go out and get a job and see what they pay you after they take out your taxes, and after you buy food, and after you pay for clothes, and after you pay for trips, and after you pay for kids' expenses, and then go look at your bank account and see what's in it. Yeah. There ain't nothing left. Listen, you make $100,000, okay, and then 35% goes to the government. There's 35 grand down. Now you're down to 65, and then you go ahead and you pay for shoes for 3 people, and food for 3 people, and clothes for 3 people, and insurance for 3 people. And when you take a trip, you're paying for 3 people. When you go get pizza, it's a $60 meal. Eating pizza out, like you're paying for everything, and that 100 that became 65. Okay, after everything's done, said and done, you're lucky if it's 15. So when you make 100 grand a year, you're lucky. You're lucky. And I don't know how you do it if you've got 12 or 15,000 left over at the end of the day. But what happens to somebody when someone walks over and they inherit a trust fund and they have millions of dollars? They have no fucking earthly idea how hard it is to earn money pay taxes on it.
I was so tempted to say to her, I don't understand. What, you messed you out on the birthday?
Yeah, Mom, don't even do that. She'll read between the lines. That's the words you'll say, but she'll hear in her head, Mom's messing in my fucking business. That's what she's going to hear. So, I'm just telling you what the words ain't. It's not the words, it's who's saying and what's being said. But okay, I'll be there in 2 minutes. But I'm still waiting for my office. They're not there yet. Look, but this is the thing, is that to go earn $100,000 is a great fucking job, and then to go pay the taxes, and then do your expenses, and then you go take a look at your bank account at the end of the year of working and paying for everybody. If you have $12,000 left over, you did really good saving that year. Okay, but you go ahead and you take somebody whose daddy owns an oil company, and they have a trust fund for millions of dollars. Okay, guess what? They have no earthly idea what went into earning that huge sum of money, paying the taxes, paying for everybody else, and being able to have $3 million or whatever in a bank account, or have access to that, or have checks coming each month. I get checks coming in each month because I killed myself, I made money, I paid taxes, I invested it, and I bought real estate, and I get a check that comes in. But so I can understand what that money means. When someone inherits a trust fund, that's how they become trust fund babies, because they have no fucking clue the stress and the backburn.
So, do you hear all that gossiping that they're doing, Charlie and Donna, behind Wendy's back? And I think this is part of what's driving Charlie to do that. First of all, he loves the drama. He loves to gossip. He loves to talk bullshit, and just he loves to talk. And Donna listens to him because she knows at the end she's going to get information that she really wants. So she has to listen to him. She will give him that piece of attention for a second. He'll say nonsense things and she will be like, yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Yeah. And then she'll get what she wants. So he is getting that. He is getting the attention from his mom. He is always in his calls. And this is one of the calls that we are listening to now. So Charlie will take what Wendy is doing wrong in Donna's eyes, will point it to Donna, talk about it extensively, and then tell her how great he is and how amazing his life is conducted by him. So these moments of affirmation and approval and attention from Donna in these calls are one of the main things that's driving Charlie to what he's doing, really. That's all what he's wanted all of his life, and now he's getting it by delivering her information about Wendy. Why do flying monkeys become flying monkeys, or accept the job of a flying monkey from the narcissist? One, they love the drama. We know that already, that Charlie loves the drama. They want the attention from the narcissist, and that's what he's getting. As we said already, these moments of approval and admiration over Wendy, like she is indirectly in these phone calls, Donna is telling him that he is conducting his life way better, smarter than Wendy, by him blabbing on the phone about how he does things and how things should be done, as a wise man he is. And she is giving him the approval of that. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Yeah. He loves that, that's what he really wanted all of his life. So this is the second thing, other than the drama. Third thing is that it's really important to understand that flying monkeys are people that have very little to no power in their own life. He figured, okay, well, since I am the dumb one in the family, Wendy is a lawyer, successful, Robert is a very successful doctor, I am successful periodontist, but really my parents had to push me to become a successful periodontist. Even after graduation, he bought the clinic from his father. He worked with his father, and then he bought the business from his father. So behind his success, there's always the shadow of Donna and Harvey. So since I'm the dumbest, and since I really need these people, or specifically Donna, to have power and to have sense of self in life and to have success in life, then I'm gonna stick to her, you know. That's what I'm gonna do, since I have no sense of power in my life, and the only power that I'm getting in my life is from Donna, because otherwise I wouldn't graduate from college, I wouldn't be working as a periodontist. Then I'm gonna, the smartest way to do it is to stick with the most powerful person in my life, which is Donna in this case. Let's not forget the most important thing is that flying monkeys can be narcissists themselves. And I'm sure that we are by now sure that Charlie is a narcissist himself. He's just an extension of Donna. He's just a puppet of Donna that is narcissist himself. Let's think about it. How does Charlie sees the world? How does he... Let's sit behind his brain for a moment and see how Charlie perceives the world. He sees the world in just one way. How is he perceived? That's all what matters. How is he perceived in his life? How people perceive him. The way he chose to do the crime is that he chose to hire a hitman. He desensitized himself from the crime itself. He thought that if I hire a hitman, I did not do it physically, I did not do it with my own hands, then I couldn't be incriminated, I couldn't be indicted. No one would look at me and say, oh, he is the killer, you know, because I did not do it. Wink, wink. Also, he thinks of himself very highly. We have to admit that he thinks of himself as a very smart and intelligent man. He thought that if I do not do it physically, then I couldn't be indicted. No one would say I did it. So, how smart of him, really. Wise, smart man. And that's what brought him to the Leon County Jail. While Charlie is waiting for his trial in October in the Leon County Jail, Donna is still living freely in Miami and just living her life. And this is the end of this video. I hope you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe and like and comment if you want to. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.